California, cause there's no place like California. California, A-A-T-L-M-I-A. The envy all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California,
New York, Texas, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California,
I got some out in Dallas, now I'm smelling like LA. Met a from Miami to the Machiavelli. Left the kids on the belly, left the vid on my celly. She ate like spaghetti, I'm hitting gas and Dreddy. Met some killers in Memphis, like they from Oakland. Give me my flowers while I can smell them. Ain't talking about roses, literally I'm lean. Mix it like a bought it in Nashville. Then I woke up in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's sun, California, but nothing like Compton. It's more like Calistoga and it's hot as Arizona. I pop me a Fresno, hard colder than Minnesota in October. Don't interrupt, darling, I'm in the zone. Why does everywhere I go just remind me of home? You know that state of gold with the bed. Them other places come close, but they don't compare.
Now I've been to New York,
come on,
Texas,
yeah,
Midwest, and it all reminds me of California.
DMV all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California,
California, no place like California.
Fresh off a flight to Boston, got a BZ in Maryland that I pipe too often. Headed right to Austin, most likely flossing. Tight, exhausted, high as a forklift. Handful of goons out in Colorado. Any given afternoon, you can catch a hollow. Honestly, it's the same out in Richmond, Virginia or California. Either state, you can get it. I done seen everywhere from Russia to Delaware. Trust me, I'm well aware. Barcelona to Bel Air, Petty to the Detroit. Don't tell him he saw how heavily he balls. Every project, every seashore. And I ain't content trying to see more. Nomadic, I probably wind up alone. All it takes is a melody to remind me of home.
Now I've been to New York,
come on,
Texas,
yeah,
Midwest, and it all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California, A-A-T-L-M-I-A. DMV all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California,
California, no place like California.
C-A all day. C-A D-M-V-M-I-A all reminds me of C-A. Sean.
tomorrow. Might be counting dough. I'll bet with your. Okay, your nose keep running and the money keep coming. Hey, I'ma keep ballin'. Hey, rock a park spallin'. Hey, carefree, I've been living carefree. So much in the air, we can barely even breathe. Hey, I really worry about.
Everybody, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game. We've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's the Seahawks going up against the Dolphins. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, we come to you from a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls with an 11th on the way in 2020. Yes, we are in beautiful Miami, Florida. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on. On tap here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Miami Dolphins. They'll come out in the pistol. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. No gain on the play there, second down. And on your screen, the offensive starters, Jarvis Landry, a guy that we profile.
Love his game. Not only is he going to beat you with athleticism, he's going to outwork you as well. And look for him to hurt you also in the kick return game.
To throw on second down is Tannehill. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. And a look at Seattle's defense.
When Bobby Wagner's career is said and done, people are going to look back and say he was an absolute steal in the NFL draft. A Pro Bowl player for any team.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Throwing on third down, Tannehill looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
When we talk about the best corners in the league, we're usually saying shutdown corners, guys you can't complete passes against. Richard Sherman fits that definition to a T. The best part of his game, no wasted moves. He studies the opponent so well, hard to get a pass on Richard Sherman.
They'll come out in the pistol. Here's Thomas Rawls with his first carry. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The wide receivers, often a very, very talented group, and that's the case here.
And they don't mind showcasing it either. Those guys love to be flashy, love to make big plays out in the open field. They will attempt to do so in this game.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And that's off the mark, incomplete. He was looking for Thomas Rawls there. And now it's 3rd down. And a look at the starters for the Miami defense.
The competition to go to the Pro Bowl at safety is fierce in the NFL. But Rashad Jones makes his case year in and year out as one who should go.
A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So Wilson will head to the sideline, and on comes Stephen Hauschka for the field goal. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And Hauschka's kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Tannehill. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Cliff Averill in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Eluding the pressure right. He hurt, thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. After the interception, here's Wilson. It's caught outright by Graham. You know, Charles, for Graham, so much concern early in the season about whether he'd be ready to play this year, what would happen recovering from the tendon. Not only was he ready, he played every game this season for Seattle.
And it wasn't just the injury concern with Jimmy Graham. It's how Seattle runs their offense. Remember, when he was in New Orleans, he could expect a ton of passes to come his way. But in Seattle, that number was going to be reduced. Would he be able to maximize what they were going to throw in his direction? And he certainly did this year, 65 catches.
65 catches, just shy of 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns, too. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field. That was an example of excellent defense there. They stuffed them. So now he brings up a third down situation. If I'm calling plays here, I make sure I put it in the hands of my quarterback and get it to a receiver real fast. I'm not running the ball here. It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They're going to go. It's Tannehill. He's going to air one out. He's got him in. Complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play there for the Dolphins. 35 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
We know it's tough enough to pick up first downs on third down plays, but when you go for it on fourth down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it second down.
All right, I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him. Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now Tannehill on 3rd and goal. That's caught at the 1. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping them from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal front. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Ryan Tannehill scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. And it's up and good. Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened.
And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. In the slot on the right is Graham. Now Wilson on second down. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
To throw is Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And they get 10 yards there and convert on third.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. That'll bring up second down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On third down, Wilson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. The dive unsuccessful. The big fella can't pick it up. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Let's look ahead for a quick minute. We don't have the schedules yet for next year, but what we do have are the 5 international games that will be played, 4 in London and then 1 again in Mexico, Jacksonville, Baltimore, Miami, New Orleans, Cleveland, Minnesota, Rams in Arizona, those in London, and then Mexico's going to get a great game. The Raiders and New England.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And just think about the ones in London. Remember, they're splitting them between the 2 different stadiums in London, so they get a different flavor in all of these places. But Mexico, for the 2nd straight year, the Raiders are coming to town. That should be a whole lot of fun.
Should be a ton of fun and a very good matchup. 3rd and long, it's Tannehill. And it's caught by Parker. A good pick up there of 20 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
Now Tannehill looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
He was trying to get it to Jay and Jai there out of the backfield. And that'll bring up a 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Play fake to Ajayi. It's Tannehill. Going up top. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. They go play action here on 1st down. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And Landry just snuck into the top 10 this year in receiving yardage, 1,136, finishing the year with 94 catches.
And what makes him super dangerous is his ability to convert from being a wide receiver to a running back after making the catch. Because I've talked with a number of defensive backs in the NFL, and all of them, independent of each other, say the exact same thing. Tackling him in the open field is difficult, and he leaves an impact when you do actually bring him down.
Here's Tannehill. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. And this seemingly endless drive continues. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And Frank's kick is good. And that will knock things up here late in the first half. And that 3-point tally now means we are even here toward the end of the second quarter.
And what a way to end the half. Put some points on the board, feel better about yourselves as a team, and you're right back to even.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Koamisi. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Tie game, but they'll get excellent starting field position here to begin the second half.
And it's the starting field position that makes an offensive coordinator maybe bolder than normal. Maybe you want to take the big shot right now. Go for a big play and get their attention early, or even just run your offense because you feel good about where you are and a chance to move the ball downfield.
Yeah, maybe they go for the big play. Time to find out. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They run again with Ajayi. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Well, there was no blitz. That was just a draw play that, to be frank, didn't fool anybody.
Did we hear the entire stadium screaming draw? Because it felt like everybody was all over that play, and the defense won that battle.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Play clock winding down. Now Tannehill. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
They'll try to get the running game going with Rawls. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. On 2nd down, Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Escaping the pressure right, and this is going to be incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Yeah, this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. So now here come the Dolphins. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him. Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, and an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Wilson backing up. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
third down, pro size. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Pete Carroll, no stranger to rolling the dice. He'll roll it again. Fourth down, they're going for it. They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 19 yards there on the pickup. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he's going to be taken down. He's sacked on the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Miami. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Second down, here's Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. It's picked off by Jelani Jenkins. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. Interception. Here's Tannehill. He's going to try and go deep again. And they went big on first down. Proves unfruitful.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Second and 10. Tannehill once more. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and just like that, it's third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way. Nine yards to go, it's third down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. From the gun on third down, Tannehill. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. So how about that for a momentum switch? We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction. After the interception, here's Wilson. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete. So they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way. And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass who want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man. It's caught outright by Graham. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. There's completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly. Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands, speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you? They run with a power back, Rawls. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down. Now a play fake here on first down.
And he finds his tight end, Graham. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. Jimmy Graham, 42 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Quarterback loves the receivers, but sometimes his best friend is that tight end.
Yeah, it's hard to believe, isn't it? Because we always talk about the guys out wide and how acrobatic they are. But that tight end, great sight lines, easier throws, they become a bigger and bigger weapon as the NFL evolves.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Tannehill over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. 23 yards on the play.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter. Got to feel pretty good as a defense.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. And throw right side complete to Parker. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And he finds Stills, complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up first and goal.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Very. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll toss it to Ajayi. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's, and I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
And the lead is up to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Dolphins now. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.